Breaking news: Simon Èkpá not fighting for Biafra as Uwazuruike clams on the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. Before I give this news, I want you to know that Uwazuruike shouldn't even be talking when it comes to Biafran struggle in general. Raf Uwazuruike is part of the people who rebelled against Biafra. Raf Uwazuruike that sold, his conscience, that sold Biafra for how many pieces of gold? You should understand what I mean. Raf Uwazuruike that sold his conscience to the zoo government is coming out to talk about the only man that has given hope to the hopeless. Let us hear what Raf Uwazuruike has to say on the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, in as much as I believe that whatever he is saying against the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá does not count, because the same Raf Uwazuruike was among people that criticized them Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu before he was abducted. In fact, he went as far as celebrating Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu because Onyendo Nnamdi Kanu exposed him. I'm even surprised that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá haven't said anything concerning Raf Uwazuruike. The reality is that he is a nobody. But let us hear what he has to say. Do not forget that you are on Let's Talk TV, and I welcome you once again to this wonderful Saturday morning. God bless you once again for choosing this wonderful YouTube platform for your more updated news and informations. Let us hear the news in detail. The news reads: Chief Raf Uwazuruike, founder of the Biafran independence movement, and for the actualization of sovereign state of Biafra, Masob, has said that only the Finland-based Simon Èkpá is the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá in exile understand what he is doing in the name of fighting Biafra, in the name of fighting for Biafra. He said that only the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá knows what he is doing, that he is not fighting for Biafra. Speaking in Aba during the 25th anniversary of Masob, Uwazuruike said Prime Minister Simon Èkpá cannot be Prime Minister of Biafra or fighting for Biafra when he is preaching violence and not in touch with the situation at home. The Biafran leader, who was represented by the Biafran Prime Minister Ezinne Uwazuruike, David, insisted that the independence of Biafra can only be achieved through non-violence approach, which Masob or BIM has been advocating since 1999. What has Uwazuruike achieved since 1999? I want you to go to the comment section and answer me that. What has Raf Uwazuruike achieved with their so-called Masob since 1999? He is saying that the Prime Minister is advocating for violence. But the reality is that the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá is only defending his people and defending his land. The same problem they had with Nnamdi Kanu when he created Eastern Security Network to safeguard the lives of Biafrans who were maimed, raped, and also died by the so-called Fulani herdsmen. I could remember how Raf Uwazuruike and others fought Nnamdi Kanu. They are speaking against Prime Minister Simon Èkpá today because he is fighting and defending his people. What has Raf Uwazuruike achieved since 1999? In fact, I'm not reading the news anymore because there are some certain things, that gets me pissed off when it comes to this Biafran struggle. You've claimed that you've been advocating for non-violence approach for the Biafran freedom. What have you achieved since 1999? What has he achieved? In less than 3 years, Biafrans can at least brag that the Biafran Republic government in exile, is now having a Congress talk with the Speaker of the House of Assembly in United States. The Speaker of the House in United States promised Biafra to continue to speak on their behalf. This is because of the efforts that this young man, the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá, has made. And people like Ralph Uwazuruike, who sold themselves to the zoo government. People like Ralph Uwazuruike, who was giving oil to shut up, some percentage to shut up, is coming out to talk about the Prime Minister Simon Èkpá Njoko. What approach has Masol made? What approach have they made? It is so unfortunate that these people continue to contradict the only people who are doing the needful in making sure that freedom comes. I'm not going to go much into this talk. I want you to go to the comment section and give me your own input on this as we go further into the real issue while we are here.
A congressman during the apartheid in South Africa, and he took it upon himself. Listen and listen very good. So many people do not understand what Biafra government is doing today. You don't know what the Biafra lobbyists are doing today. You don't know. As it stands, we do not have enemies. We do not have friends. No, we have friends, but we do not have enemies at the moment. We have friends, but we don't have enemies now. Are you paying attention? Because those that you think that are your enemies may be the ones to propagate your message. Right? So we don't have enemies for now. Anybody who is willing to work with us, our arms are very wide open to work with everybody. Joe Biden took it upon himself to fight and fight and fight in the Congress in American. He was a member of American Congress, and he fought even the Senate, the Senate president. I don't know what they call it in America, whether Senate president or speaker. This man, Joe Biden, fought at the Senate, American Congress, to recognize black rule in South Africa, to recognize the exit of apartheid in South Africa, sorry. And when America recognized, remember that this apartheid of a thing or a group was from Britain. So Britain was in support of apartheid because apartheid was British. But America, I want you to pay attention. America fought against the apartheid through Joe Biden, and they won. Joe Biden won the fight. Then America supported the black rule in South Africa. Right? And remember one thing, once America takes the lead, others follow. They are the leaders of NATO. Now let's continue. Minister Nkere also had the opportunity to discuss the self-referendum and Nigeria's marginalization of Biafrans. The speaker expressed interest in, and let me take this again. This is very, very important. The speaker expressed interest. Remember, I'm reading from Zoo Media, and I know the reason why I'm reading this from a Zoo Media. It doesn't take me anything to read it directly from the PM's official Twitter handle, X handle, formerly Twitter. I know the reason I'm reading it from a Zoo Media, because they will understand the message better and they will not call it fake news, because I'm reading it from their own media. Very, very important. I want you to note it down. Now, the speaker expressed interest. This is the dagger. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. And this is how we outsmarted the Zoological Republic. Remember, Joe Biden started the fight. Should I even look for that video, by the way? Maybe I should look for the video. Maybe I should look for it. Let me look for the video, because of course I did this long time ago, but some of these days when I talk about it, people do not understand. They don't know that this thing really happened live. People do not know that this thing really happened live. Let me look for the video while we continue. Joe Biden. Let me search for that video. Joe Biden fought against apartheid. In South Africa. Let me see if the video is here. Yes, I have seen it. Imanana like when I speak, I show you. I show you. Whenever I talk, I like evidence. That is one thing about me. That is one thing about me. I love evidence. If you're telling me anything without evidence, I can never believe. Never. I will never pay attention to you. I've seen it. So let us finish reading and then I'll play it for you. You see, it took only one man. I want you to pay very, very close attention to what I'm doing today. Remember the title of this very broadcast, How We Outsmarted the Zoo and Gained International Recognition. Are you paying attention? Let me know if you want to see the video, please. Let me know in the comment section how many of you that want to see the video. If you know you want to see the video, how Joe Biden took the fight to the Congress, American Congress, to fight against apartheid in South Africa, that made America recognize black rule in South Africa. And from there, apartheid was never the same again in South Africa. It took one man, only one man, and others joined. That's why this very interest here, this word you see here at the center, interest, is what we need. Now, the speaker expressed interest in and sympathy to the Biafran cause. Yo, onedoganya ifai neme. Onedoganya. One person alone. Listen, we have galvanized a lot of minds and people in American Congress, but among everybody that we have met and spoken to, had meeting with, only one person who will take it upon himself and take it as his own cause, as Joe Biden took it as his own cause during the apartheid. Just one person alone that will start raising the Biafran matters at the Congress meetings in America. Boom. You don't even need all the congressmen to support you. Only one person that will take it upon himself. That any time where there is meeting, Senate gathering like the zoo, that one person will be hammering on it. Whether you like it or not, he will be pointing at it. Anything that he will be talking about it. Whether everybody like, he will be talking about it. In no distant time. My brothers and sisters, Joe Biden fought. You will see the video. Just let me finish. Now, the speaker expressed interest in and sympathy to the Biafran cause. At the end of the meeting, the speaker provided a commemorative gift. I'm going to show you that gift, which contained an official insignia of the office of Speaker of the House. This is truly historic, as never before has the Biafran issue been represented at such a high level. Now, recall that Èkpá-led BRGIE announced December 2nd, 2024 as the date for the Biafra Liberation Declaration. However, the Nigeria government had maintained that it was making moves to repatriate him back to the country from Finland. Please, I want to see a laugh emoji for this very last one. Laugh emoji in the comment section, please. Against the zoo. Can we laugh the zoo? Let's just laugh the zoo for this one. However, the Nigeria government had maintained that it was making moves to repatriate him back to the country from Finland. Please, laugh emoji. Laugh emoji for the zoo. Laugh emoji for the zoo, please. I'm tired of talking about this repatriation. I'm tired of it. How long would they know and realize that Finland is not United Kingdom? Finland is not England. The earlier they understand it, the better for them that Finland is not England. Finland is not England. Now, let us see Joe Biden. We want to see how Joe Biden fought so hard against the appetite at the US Congress that made America to recognize the black rule in South Africa. Let us watch. We are not here for gossips.
Call a policy is what disturbs me more than the policy that you call a policy is the rationale for the policy. The rationale for the policy. You set out 4 principles that you adhere to, and then and I will go over them in a moment. Then you say on page 14, we must not become part of South Africa's problem. We must remain part of their solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites.
Are you... The man was provoked. Look at the way he was hitting the table. He was hitting the table. Even the speaker or the Senate president, I don't know what they call it in America. Can somebody help me, please? Can somebody help me? Is it called speaker or Senate president? Maybe Congress president, I don't know. Now, the speaker was trying to stop him. He got provoked. He became provoked and was hitting his hand on top of the table. It did not end there. Let's pay attention. And this was 1986. When this thing happened in 1986, South Africa got independence 8 years later. Pay attention.
Loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there. It is not to the Afrikaner regime. We have no loyalty to them.
I want you to pay attention to this man here. Follow the mouse, please. Can you see the mouse? Listen to the, not listen, just watch this mouse. You are listening to Joe Biden. Watch what the reaction, the facial reaction of this very man here, because they were like, oh my God, what is going on here? What's going on here? Now watch.
Solution. We must not aim to impose ourselves, our solutions, our favorites in South Africa. Damn it, we have.
You see, the speaker. I don't know if anybody has responded to my question, if it's called speaker or house speaker. House speaker, thank you. Now, the speaker tried to stop him. Joe Biden got mad and he was hitting the table because he has to speak. He has to speak up. Now listen.
Have favorites in South Africa. The favorites in South Africa are the people who are being repressed by that ugly white regime. We have favorites. Our loyalty is not to South Africa, it's to South Africans. And the South Africans are majority black, and they are being excoriated. It is not to some stupid puppet government over there. It is not to the Afrikaner regime. We have no loyalty to them. We have no loyalty to South Africa, to South Africans. And the fact of the matter is I listen to this rationale, first of all. It is the leaders of South Africa and their people, black and white, who have the majority responsibility. They must rise to it. Well, they are rising to it. They're rising to it. The only thing left available to do with that repulsive, repugnant regime of Afrikaners there. And it's the only way they have. They've tried everything for the last 20 years. They begged, they borrowed, they crawled, and now they're taking up arms. The second thing, progress toward peace requires a timetable. Timetable, elimination of apartheid. What's our timetable? What are we saying to that repugnant regime? Are we saying you've got 20 days, 20 months, 20 years? We ask them to put up a timetable. What's our timetable? These people are being crushed. And we're sitting here with the same kind of rhetoric. The same thing we heard. We heard go slow. We heard we have to take care of the problem afterwards. We heard we can't impose.
You are totally misconstruing.
Did you get that? Just like, let me use our current predicament for, as an example. You see, this current administration of Joe Biden, under the leadership of can somebody remind me the name of that minister of, I don't know what's his name. I used to know his name, but I forgot. There's this man that is gallivanting all over the places. There's this man. I don't remember his name. Oh my God, how did I forget? There's this man gallivanting all over the places now, making friends with Zoo government and Tinubu, who went to remove Nigeria's name as countries that buy Christians, as country that buy Christians. Can somebody help me? There's this man, this top American politician under the government of Joe Biden now. Blinken, thank you, Ugeze. Thank you, Ugeze Chukwugoziegi, Anton Blinken. Thank you, Clement. Thank you, Watson. Now, you see, in every regime, you have this type of people. They are there. Currently, we have Blinken, who is currently a darling of Nigeria government and Tinubu because of his political interest in the Zoological Republic. That is the same thing you are seeing here. This man, this very man you see here, was the Speaker of the United States of America back then in 1986, when Joe Biden, as the current, congressmen that we are meeting today, who are showing sympathy and interest in Biafra matters, this man, that man called Blinken, is somewhere now gallivanting and making rapport and becoming husband and wife to Tinubu and the Zoo government that is massacring innocent Nigerians, including those who come out to protest peacefully with Nigerian flag and Nigerian national anthem. They are being mauled in cold blood. Yet Blinken turned blind eyes to see the reality on ground. That is what happened here. It did not start from today. So probably this man is working, I don't know, I'm just assuming. Probably this man was a rapport, a boyfriend or a man friend or a husband to the apartheid in South Africa then. So he tried to stop, Joe Biden, telling him that you misconstrue what is going on or the reality on ground. Why Joe Biden was convinced of what he was doing and what he was saying. And he never listened. Rather, he even fought this man who happens to be the speaker as at that time. That is what is happening today. That is what we have today. Right? Why Blinken is busy gallivanting all over Abuja, reporting with the government that murder its own citizen. This very we are still having congressional men who are sympathizing with us, and they are ready to take up Biafran cause anytime, any day. Let us pay attention to the end.
Let me read
The testimony that I gave.
Read first.
Furthermore, Senator, let me say that I hate to hear a senator of the United States calling for violence.
I'm not calling
That's
for violence.
what you're doing.
Did you now see how he deviated? This thing did not start from today. It did not start from today. Propaganda and the, rapporting with government that murder its own citizen did not start from today. It has been there many years ago. You see, this man, imagine since Joe Biden was talking, he never talked about violence. He never talked about anything. He was saying that America should stop apartheid. America should wade into the matter and stop what apartheid was doing in South Africa by destroying lives and livelihood of the black South Africans. This man took it to another level that he said he hates calling for violence. Why Joe Biden never called for violence? That is what we have today in Anton Blinken. But thank God, we still have people who are ready to stand with us, both in the public, in the secret, and otherwise. Listen.
The testimony that I gave.
Read first.
Furthermore, Senator, let me say that I hate to hear a senator of the United States calling for violence.
I'm not calling for violence.
That's what you're doing.
I hate to hear
exactly what you're doing.
I hate to hear an administration and a Secretary of State refusing to act on a morally abhorrent point. I hate to hear this country. I'm ashamed that this country puts out a policy like this that says nothing. Nothing.
Wow. Wow. In fact, I love watching this video. I love watching this video. Whenever I watch this video, I see some people say, can't you make your own secret? Can't you make it? Can't you have secret? There is no secret. There is no secret, my people. There is no secret. These white people you are dealing with don't do secret things in terms of politics. There's no secret. Everything is in the public. The matter is that the issue there is that you can't stop them. They know the truth. You can't stop them. And once you eventually get one person who is ready to stand with you, as this man now, the current speaker, imagine the current speaker has assured us of his interest in our matter and, of course, sympathy. Then the bribery and corruption of the zoo with their romance with Anton Blinken cannot stop us. Because I'm very certain that the same apartheid was dealing with some people, which you have seen now. Somebody just deviated from what the senator was saying and start saying that he was calling for violence. Are you paying attention? So don't panic. Do not panic. We are heading somewhere. Now, having said this, before I will show you some other things, before showing you, some idiotic, comments and, the surrendering of DOS members and some of their errats, because I'll show you at least one for you to understand what is happening and the way they are now surrendering and the way they are waking up to reality. Let me first of all, of course, show you some certain things going on already. Now pay attention, please. If you haven't liked the broadcast, like and share, because we are heading now into the main point. We are now heading into the main point. Now, There are many things. I will show you a lot. We are going to do a lot this evening. We will do a lot this evening. I pray that time permits us to do all this. I just pray. Honestly speaking, because the more I open my system, the more I see many things I've already set down, what I've set already to, to discuss this evening. So let us begin with the evidences of what has already transpired. And from there, we, of course, will conclude. You have already seen many of them. I don't want to go back to yesterday. I do not want to go back to yesterday. So let me just show you. Let me just show you this man one. This man one now is what I want you to see. I'm sure those of you who are following must have seen, many pictorial evidences from the Prime Minister of the BLGIE, His Excellency Èkpá Simon Njoku. Many of you must have seen, lots of pictorial evidences from either his X account or maybe other people sharing it on other, platforms like Facebook or wherever. You must have seen it. So, but now, because the Zoo media claimed, there is nothing like claim here. As you can see, what we just read is right here on your screen. It is the same thing that we just read from that, direct from the official and verified X handle of the Prime Minister, His Excellency Mazi Simon Èkpá. Now, this is what we just read, so there's no need of going on to, to read them. Now, this is the man in question that we are talking about, right? Those of you who live in America, you will bear me witness on this. You can bear me witness on this. So, this is the man in question. This is our, of course, our Minister of Minister of Finance, Mazi Ogenkere. You can see this is the gift. This is the gift. I wish I could, make it larger than this. I wish I could zoom it, but I'm not playing this through another software. I'm just showing you directly from the Prime Minister's X handle. So you can see it here. You can see this is the gift. This is the gift that was given to our finance minister from the, from the Speaker of, Congress, American Congress, US Congress. Look at this precious gift. Look at this precious gift. When somebody of that, standard gives you a gift like this, can imagine what it means. Just can imagine what it means. Now, you see, look at it. Speaker Mike Johnson. Speaker Mike Johnson. Can you see it? If you can see it, let me know in the comment section. Can you see it clear? If you can see it clear, at least only these two. I can download these two and show it from another software. Can you see it properly? Speaker, just because, so that tomorrow you don't say it's propaganda. And this is the man in question. So now, having shown you, all this, let me even see your, okay, yeah, you can see it fine. That's right. Now, I want you to pay attention. I want to show you something else. I want to show you something else. Uge belugona mbawu. There we go. There we go. Now let me Kaibazie saga now. Kaibazie saga now. Actually, Kaibago the Obele saga. Just small saga before, before I can open the the microphone for our people to speak. Kaibo Bere saga. And this very saga is very, very important. One of the most important sagas so far. So, let's begin with this. Let's begin with this. In case you didn't see the message, or should I say the broadcast that I did, in case you did not see the broadcast that I did a couple of hours ago, this evening, I want you to pay attention to this. I'm not going to speak about this because I've already spoken about this. So let me just, read. Breaking. Our sister Amaka's son Baja in Canada, has united with Biafrans and we welcome her. The government of Biafra will continue to defend and represent persecuted Biafrans all over the world. I have been informed by the Biafra Canadian liaison that our Amaka will be part of Biafrans in Canada that will welcome me to Canada on the 15th of this month. Biafrans, give a shout out to our new celebrity Amaka and welcome her. So, what it means is that, recall that a couple of days ago, there was a voice note flying left, right, and center. One criminal in South America. One criminal in South America was, making calls. I don't know who gave him I can't say opportunity or zeal. I don't know who gave him the belief to think that somehow he has the opportunity, he has the capacity to put a call across or to do something in regards to Amaka's situation. I don't know who gave him that belief or who made him think that way. He was calling Amaka, castigating Èkpá, deviating from the real issue. When our own sister was in depression, he was telling her to denounce Mazi Èkpá. He was busy telling Amaka to do video, 5 minutes clip of video, and send to him so that he can post it and, use it for propaganda and caricature. When our own sister was in distress, he took the Biafra government. He took somebody with a heart of gold, like the Prime Minister Mazi Èkpá, to come to her rescue and rescue her from the scavengers, rescued her from the hands of the enemies. And today, she has officially denounced the Zoological Republic. She has officially joined the Biafra Liberation Movement. Because once you join the Biafra Liberation Movement, that means you have officially denounced the zoo. Because you cannot be a zoo and a Biafran at the same time. It doesn't matter the passport you are using. It doesn't matter anything, whether the currency or whatever. Because when Nnamdi Azikiwe was fighting for Nigeria, he was traveling to UK and America. So you need to ask, which passport was he using? When Nelson Mandela was fighting for South Africa, he was flying with which passport? Yes. So don't come and tell, because sometimes they say, hey, you want to secede from the zoo and you are using Nigeria passport. You are spending Nigeria currency. Which currency do you want me to spend? Which passport do you want Biafrans to use before our own passport is ready? As a matter of fact, we will spend the zoo currency even in Biafra, at least for some months. Don't think immediately after the declaration of Biafra, then the zoo currency will cease to exist in Biafra. No, it has never been done in the world. We are going to still spend the zoo currency in Biafra. When Biafra is declared and officially recognized by the United Nations, we will still spend the zoo currency in Biafra, at least for some months, before it will gradually fade away. That is how it works. Even in Biafra, we will still spend the zoo currency. when our own currency is under circulation, we'll still be accepting the zoo currency until it is gradually fade away. That is how it works. So anybody telling you, asking you, which money are you spending? Don't mind that the idiot. They don't know what it takes to make a country. They don't know anything about, becoming an independent nation. They don't know. Now, let me show you something very, very serious and, of course, important before we move into the next segment of this very broadcast. Please like. If you haven't liked this very broadcast, honestly speaking, I don't know what you're waiting for and that you are missing. If you don't like what we are doing, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Let us see this. I want you to see the wickedness of those who claim to be freedom fighters. I want you to pay attention to the evil that these people are committing. I want you to pay attention to that. Now, this is our own, lobbyist, Elias, Mr. Elias Gerasolis. Now, according to what he wrote, he said, the IPOB-DOS officials are now contradicting each other as they continue to unravel due to the lobbying success. Apparently, this IPOB-DOS follower told the Emeka Gift official that he is wrong and that the United States is indeed supporting the Prime Minister and the Biauji